This is how I made the greatest academic comeback of my life. Hey, it's Nerdy DNA, and today I'll be showing you how I went from D's, E's, and F's to B's and A's. And I have 8 points today that I'll be talking about. And number one, I know you have a prospective revision timetable, but merge that with a retrospective revision timetable. Like this, you put in spaced repetition into your system and you really buckle down on your weaknesses, and that will just make all your weaknesses into your strengths. Number two, scope the subject. Look at the subject and see how everything relates to the big picture, and look at all the relationships, because in our mind, for something to be retained, it needs to be in a connection. If something is too isolated, you will forget. So make sure everything relates to the big picture. Number three, resources. You have to have the best resources. Look for Google, YouTube. Look for the best YouTube channels, the best websites that have the resources that you need for a specific course. Number four, focus on your weaknesses. I know you got strengths, but for the sake of the exam, look for where you're weak and address it. You can find out where you're weak by using the Feynman technique. Basically, look for any topic in any subject and try and break it down into a way that a 5-year-old could understand. And I know 5-year-olds don't understand much, so if it's hard for you, that means that you have a problem there. So you go back, you review the information to make sure you have a better understanding. And why the Feynman technique? It was popularized by Richard Feynman, a famous physicist. So that's why it's called the Feynman technique. Number five, understand the information first. So for you to understand, whenever you're in lectures, in classes, bombard the teacher with questions. Like, bro is being paid to answer, to teach. So bombard him with questions. Even though the teacher will end the year thinking that you're a lunatic, that you're a madman, that you belong in a mental institution, still go for it because it benefits you. And in the end, you're fighting a battle against many other people. So you want to get the best chance of winning. Number six, interleaving and past papers. So past papers, we're doing past papers because even though we're retaining this thing for life, we need to pass an exam. So you do past papers to understand the type of questions you're going to be given and to understand how the examiners think. And interleaving is basically, let's say you're studying math and you have 3 hours. Instead of doing 3 hours of the same topic, you do maybe 1 hour calculus, 1 hour algebra, and then you go back to calculus or heck, trigonometry. So that's what you do with interleaving. Number seven, study with friends. Because studying with friends is just too good. It acts like some sort of support group. Like, all of you are tired, you're overwhelmed, but because you're together, you know you're not alone in the boat, so you just keep rowing. And all of you guys can test each other. You can review your friend's notes, your friend can review your notes. You can write practice questions for each other, etc., etc. Number eight, don't worry about the results. Enjoy the journey. Because the journey is actually why we go to school. I mean, yes, there's an exam, but the exam is the last step. Enjoy all the other steps, and the last step will just fall into place. And I know some of you have some sort of anxiety during test week, thinking that if I fail, oh my god, I'm gonna end up broke and I'm gonna start living with 5 cats. No. Try as much as possible to take that mentality out of your head, and the results will come. Just enjoy the journey and you'll be good. So these are my 8 tips for how you can rank first, how you can make the biggest academic comeback of your life. And if you have any questions or you want me to elaborate on any of these tips, just spam it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and don't forget, smash the subscribe button. So this is me. I'm out.